We all went back to high school for a day.
Sit in front of the teacher.
And I was the instructor.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, Miss Larissa.
It felt like being in high school again. Then the teacher walked in, and then it was like, nope, this isn't really like high school because I never had a teacher look that good.
On the schedule for today is first period, an IQ test. Second period, physical education. Third period, intramural sports. And don't forget, this evening there is an after-school dance.
Larissa was dressed up as the hot teacher, and she looked fantastic.
It will be the old students versus the new students. So whoever wins 2 out of the 3 competitions will be invited to the after-school dance tonight. So we are going to begin with the IQ exam. Please, no talking and no cheating.
I was excited that we were actually going to be able to show how much smarter we were than those guys.
Miss Meek, my pencil has broken.
I definitely noticed the attitude that the new guys were taking, and it reminded me very much of the jocks in my high school, that they would do stupid pranks to flirt, to just be the center of attention.
Miss Meek?
Yes?
Mine's all of a sudden broke too.
It's so immature and naive.
I think the pencil routine just reflected more on the fact that their creativity or their sense of humor was JV level, we would say.
Miss Meek, if you need someone to bang your erasers up for you.
Better be nice or I'm going to write your name on it.
Brian Worth cracks me up. It was funny to kind of see some of the guys vying for the attention, and Brian's right up there, and he wasn't going to miss out on the opportunity.
Again, you do have 20 minutes to complete this exam. You may begin.
The IQ test definitely was not a fun experience because I just in general hate tests.
The test did make me feel a little ignorant. I mean, I own my own business and I couldn't even answer some of these questions.
It's kind of hard to concentrate on the test at times, especially when she was looking over our shoulder. We didn't want to answer anything wrong.
I'm done.
You can just stay there. I'll collect the exams at the end of the test.
Todd was, of course, the one that finished first, and he had a lot of guts. He just has this, smirk on his face. You don't quite know what he's thinking. And when I first saw him do it, I'm like, oh boy, this guy's going to be really cocky. That was kind of my first impression of Todd.
Please put your pencils down and close your booklets.
The IQ test had a lot of tough questions that I had a tough time with, but this second round was going to be a sport, and I felt fairly confident that our group would do real well in that.
We were all lined up in this mini-asium, waiting for the gym teacher to come out, who's usually some overweight dude with a big bear gut. She came out in another fantastic outfit. I mean, I think she's worn everything except for the Girl Scout outfit.
Hello, guys. Welcome to physical education. So we've already tested your brains, and now we're going to test your brawn. And by the way, the scores from the IQ test are in. The old student's score is 138. The new student's score, 129. Congratulations, old students.
When she told us that they won the IQ test, I was pissed. I was thinking, is this rigged?
I knew we were going to beat them in the IQ test, so I talked with a couple of them, and they're not the sharpest people I've ever met.
The highest score goes to Tony.
I was a little embarrassed, actually, to know that I was the smart kid in the group, but it felt good because I know she's smart too, and she kind of respects Dad, so I think that was a good plus for me.
Now we're going to see how fast you guys can make it across the monkey bars and if you can make it to the top of this rope. So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
The monkey bars and the rope climbing competition, we really felt pretty good. We knew pretty much there was no way we were going to lose that.
Okay, next up is David Daskell. Go, David.
It was tough, but
But if she's looking for somebody who is the best physically, then so be it.
The red team moved much slower. It was kind of painful to watch some of the guys trying to make it across the monkey bars.
Those guys are not human. They're not real.
They're like cyborgs. They're like the T2s.
The rope was easy, and if you notice, I don't think any of our guys actually even used their legs. They just boom, boom, just pounded that thing.
Oh, everyone should be fit and healthy. I'm very fit, I'm very healthy, I work on it, you know, and those people that don't work on it, they're not going to be fit and healthy, and I think that causes problems for them.
All right. Sean, you ready?
Obviously, I have a major handicap in the fact that I'm not the athlete I was in high school.
Come on, you got it. I've had a few big friends, and, you know, they don't have, like, a strong grip, so I knew having to hold your own weight up, that was going to be tough.
I definitely want to push a little bit harder. I want to be known as a guy who's a work in progress to get the girl in the end.
Come on, you can do it, Sean. Don't give up. Come on.
Good job, good job. The old team had gotten beaten pretty badly, and the next competition was going to be another physical challenge, so I couldn't help but thinking the new guys are definitely going to have an advantage.
These guys stand no chance because there really are no competition.
So we're all tied up 1-1 going into the third competition. Intramural sports. The game is dodgeball.
Yeah.
And remember, whoever wins this final game gets to go to the dance tonight. Good luck.
I think the old guys are going to pull this one out, and I think we're going to be enjoying the dance tonight.
This is going to be crazy.
Gentlemen, play hard, play fair. I'm going to be the referee. And the game is shirts and skins. Shirts is the red team, blue team, your skins. That means you got to take it off.
Looking at these guys, I was just like, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. Every single one of them takes your breath away.
I noticed the one dude didn't wax and everyone else did, but what are you going to do? That's the kind of characters they are, you know. It looked like a bunch of cartoon characters standing over across from me. You know, the only thing they were missing were the big ears and the carrot hanging out of their mouths.
1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, dingle!
I was looking across at those guys, and they had the meanest looks on their faces. They were trying to intimidate us. But it didn't work for me personally because I'm not intimidated by any of those guys.
I was hoping that the old team was going to do really well at dodgeball because it doesn't involve just physical strength. You've got to have agility, you've got to have speed, and you've got to be able to think on your feet.